Okay, with a new album, Lotus, due to be released on the 1st of February.
Yes.
With the last album, you recorded it all analog. Have you done the same with this album?
No, with this album we had a producer from outside the band, because normally we record ourselves, and just gave him free hands to use whatever equipment he thought we needed to reach the sound that we envisioned. So I think it's a mix between analog equipment and digital equipment. But with that said, we don't use digital equipment to copy and paste. We still want the album, want people to feel that there's 5 guys playing the music, so you need that rawness and you need that energy, and as soon as you start using too much digital equipment, it kind of disappears, I think.
Yeah, I think with digital it's too easy to make changes, so you can't kind of fix all the little errors, if you like.
Yeah, and you need to have those errors sometimes.
Yeah.
Spirit of the music.
Yeah, I mean, definitely there's an element where you if you fix all the errors or all the all the mismatches in the music, then you just kill it. It becomes like a dead corpse.
It's lovely polished, but it's just doesn't sound real.
It's not alive.
There's not really a point in being perfect either.
No.
It's kind of perfect is boring for the most. Perfect symmetry, but it should be alive.
Yeah. And how was it working with an outside producer? When you're used to doing it yourselves.
Well, for us it's a bit like a new challenge, because we're control freaks, and being part of like every detail is, this gives you a sense of security. At the same time, I think when you bring in other people with their knowledge, you make it richer. But it's a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to let go of that control. But I'm glad that we did it.
Yeah, completely. I think that it was a little more enjoyable to actually give some of the responsibility to someone else and just kind of play your instruments instead of being involved in everything.
Yeah, so sort of some nice bits and some sort of more stressful bits, like we're not controlling. Yeah. And do you think did they push you to try things that you wouldn't have tried otherwise, perhaps?
No, not really, because the album was pretty much written, so it was more of a sound thing that the producer helped us with.
But I mean, the normal way we have done it before is that we produce it and then we hand over it to mix, But in this case, the producer and mixer got to be part of the whole process. And that's probably has affected the result.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you come with something ready-made to the mixer guy, and then the mixer guy takes over. But in this case, we sort of we gave the producer the initiative. Like, how would you like to do it in order to create the perfect mix? You know what I mean? So you sort of get a more holistic approach to the whole album.
Right. Yeah. And I suppose it's always good to try new things. If you keep doing things exactly the same way you've done it before, it's easy to get kind of stuck into a rut almost. Yeah.
For us it's more that we've never been really happy with the production of any of our albums besides the last one, so we needed to change something. And we just, a few months after Nikaya, we discussed this and agreed that we need to let David produce this album so that we can try to get closer to the vision that we had on every album that we never reached, and he made it happen. So I think we're gonna stay this way.
Yeah, good. And what's the sort of writing process in the band? Do you kind of write stuff individually, or do you sit down together and write?
We usually meet and come up with some stuff together, and then I will bring it home and write music to whatever we made and try to progress with it. And then I may write a bit, some more music on me, Joel, and he will find some vocals to it. And then when we kind of have something ready, we show it to the rest of the band, and they start adding their own instruments and ideas and such.
Right. And roughly how long was it between starting to write the album and saying, okay, we're ready to record?
A year and a half, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like a year and a half.
So pretty much as soon as you finish the last album, you're starting the next one.
Pretty
Yeah,
much,
I kind of start with sometimes I even start with the next album before the old album is released. I love writing music and it's therapeutic, so I am kind of constantly writing and the same with Joel, so the music is always happening.
Yeah, and the band is in a place where things is just going, it's just like going forward. It just gets better and better and better, and I guess we want to be, we want to take care of it. There's many band. You never know how many years you have. When everything is in the right place. Could be 10 more years. Could be 5, could be 15, you never know, but of course you want to, when you do albums like we do now, it's a very, very good feeling.
Yeah.
So,
That's it, enjoy it while you can.
Yeah, a little bit like, try to...
Of course, I think it's, we really value this, to be able to write music and to release it to our audience, and just writing music is a beautiful thing, and so we are try to do this as much as possible, and there's not really a point in waiting, because when we finish an album, that album is not released until 5-6 months.
Yeah.
So you kind of just dust yourself up and pick up the guitar, and then it starts, stuff just comes automatically.
That could be the frustrating part. You finish the album, and then you've got this wait before
really
everybody hears it.
It's really frustrating every time.
Yeah. Well, you've released one single from the album, haven't you? Yeah.
Yep.
And it's got a really good video for it. Yeah. Where did the idea come from the video? Was it from yourselves?
Yes.
On a plane from Wacken.
Yeah. We played Wacken Festival, and then I think we got the mixes for the songs around that time, and kind of decided which song it should be, and started talking video ideas, and that idea came up.
Yeah, so after Wacken, most people's main idea is I need sleep. It's an exhausting weekend.
Yeah, so we just got there, played the show, and got back to the hotel pretty much. We went there for many hours.
Was that one of the nice sunny years, or was it one of the really wet, miserable years?
Well, it was a good year.
Wow.
It wasn't.
I think it was, yeah. But we played we were the last band on the bill on the night.
Right.
Really, really late. But at the same time, we were so excited about the new album, because our producer was just delivering the final mixes to us. So we just kind of wanted to leave and listen.
Yeah, that's going to be quite an exciting feeling, because yes, you recorded it, you know what what you've got in your mind, but to actually hear it and see if it's
This time
what
it
you want.
was. This time it really was.
The strange thing can be playing your old songs, not be able to play your new songs.
Yeah.
You know, when you don't have the album, you can't really, you know. But you know, the new songs are in your head. It's there,
But it was it was an amazing feeling because honestly, like it's the first time that we received this mixes and just completely feel like
Back was also the first gig that Cody played with us.
Right. Yeah.
He came in straight from Canada to the gig and just pulled it up. That was
with this
fantastic.
guitar player.
To just see him deliver, you know, like being a good fit with the band for the first time. Because we didn't know, you know. We didn't know what to expect.
It was a couple of weeks where a lot of, like we finished the album, our guitar player left, a new guitar player came in, we had the Wacken, that is the biggest metal festival.
Yeah.
We were receiving the mixes from the album. There was so much on that, concentrated on that week, and everything turned out fantastic as well.
And for Cody, that's a real sort of trial of fire, isn't it? Your first gig with the band and he's whacking.
Yeah.
No pressure whatsoever.
Not only that, I think he came to Sweden, rehearsed with us one day. The other day, he was supposed to record all the solos for the album, and the day after, we were flying to Wacken. It was a tough day for the little fella.
Yeah.
But he pulled it out.
So that's good to know. You know, now we know how he works under pressure.
Yeah.
You can push him all the way. So it's like,
Yeah. And you've got a 3-week tour of Europe starting, I think it's in March.
yes.
Yeah. It must be quite a nice, something you're looking forward to just get out and play these new songs now.
Yes, I want to go now because I'm happy with the material. I think that the songs are really good live. Like so far, when we rehearsed them, and it feels like they are made to be played live. So just looking forward.
Yeah, like the songs on this album is this might sound cliche, and but you know the songs are so good. The band is better than ever, and the tour feels the crew, everything feels very good with the crew.
The atmosphere, like the whole team is.
So it feels like you can really go out there and be like, you know,
Good.
good. It's a very good description.
Yeah, and then I can imagine the first couple of nights in particular, it'll then be sort of waiting to almost expectation to see how the fans are going to react to the new songs.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, that's.
But at least with the album coming out on the 1st of February, they've had 5 or 6 weeks to learn the new songs.
Sure.
We were actually supposed to tour in February, but we moved it because of that. Because
give them some time to
to actually get the songs so we have a better time live with them, more connection. Normally you just go on tour on the same day or a little bit before to promote the album and sell more records, but we want to have a good time. So
Oh yeah.
the other way.
I saw one band end of last year. They started the show with 3 songs on the new album, which has been delayed till February. So nobody knew these songs, and it just killed the atmosphere to start the show. You're then struggling to recover. Whereas songs that people know, straight away they're there to enjoy it. It's all down to the timing, isn't it?
It is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And are you likely to be playing any festivals this summer? And obviously, you probably can't announce any, but
We got some offers, but we will do this tour in March, and we'll see if we want to keep doing shows or chill out. We don't want to kind of force ourselves to be doing shows if we don't really feel that we need to, because we want to enjoy it, you know.
Yeah.
And it doesn't. We don't want it to turn into a job. We want to be there, and just have a great time every time we go on stage. So we'll see. But probably yes, because right now it feels like we want to play.
That's a really good attitude to have here, that you want to make sure you enjoy yourselves the whole time. Yeah, and you see some bands and it's clearly a job for them, and
I don't
it's
get
just
that. I don't get that because
it's not fun.
When you come to the point that you're kind of you don't want to be there, you know, you want to go home. What are you doing?
It's not a good feeling for the audience.
No.
Being in the audience and seeing that the artist actually just want to go home.
Yeah,
It's like that.
you have to be careful, because if you play so much that you start hating the music, what else do you have?
Yeah.
What else do you have that will bring you all this joy? Not much. I mean, it's sure, truly a musician. This is the most important you have, so you gotta protect it.
Okay, that's great. Thank you very much for your time.